You are welcome to Big Hills Academy. The name has been changed. The name of the YouTube channel has been changed from Big Hills Metafutures to Big Hills Academy. Okay, this is to give us a broader horizon on several topics we are going to, be treating on this platform, because we are subsequently we are going to go beyond the Metafutures trading board and even go further into the spot trading board. So the Big Hills Metafutures, the name tag Big Hills Metafutures kind of, creates a kind of limitation. All right. So right now we are sticking with the Big Hills Academy, okay? Because we are broadening our horizon on various topics that are going to be treated on this YouTube channel. So today, my name is Big Hills, okay? I'm a master strategist, and also I'm a master trader with the Big Hills with the Metafutures trading bot. Okay, I have my my bot on the master trader section in Metafutures, where you can actually copy me and earn passive income. So today I want to be taking you on how to set up your first trade. Okay, how to set up your first trade. In the previous videos, we talked about several functions you can see on the graphical user interface on the dashboard, as you see. So today we are not going into that. We are going straight. I'm going to be showing you how to set up your first trade. And today we are going to be deploying one of my latest strategies, the baddest, very bad strategy. Okay, I call it the Big Hills Meta. I call it the floating loss killer. All right, it's a strategy that has been tested, that is very rugged, very resilient. Okay, and the testimonies abound. All right, I have currently some of my copy traders who are copying my trade, and they have been on BNB. In fact, they have been on BNB before the market crash, and they were on BNB when BNB did about $305, all right, per pair. Okay, and then we saw a dip in the market that drove BNB from $305 to $260 yesterday. And you know what? Those copy traders are still in the market. They were not liquidated. And the most interesting and exciting thing is that their negative ROE percentage is even less than 40%. Incredible. So we're going to be deploying that strategy today, and I'm going to be showing you how it works. All right. So let's get down to business. The first thing you have to do as a trader using a robot that uses artificial intelligence is that you need to get yourself familiarized with the functions, okay, because that gives you detailed information and also an edge, okay, in your trading experience. So let us get down to business. All right. So for you to start a trade, you have to click on this icon. All right, click on this icon. All right, yeah. So we have to impute the settings on the master. There is a place that is called master. It's like it's master settings. Yes. What does it do? You have a one-time settings on it, on the bot. So when you impute your settings, it registers and it saves. So whenever you are going into a trade, you don't have to manually impute settings every time you are going into the trade. You're right, because we know that the market moves with time, and actually time waits for no trader. All right, any little second can deprive you of a good entry point. So the Metafutures trading tool gives us that opportunity to have a one-time custom setting on our board, so that whenever we are about to go into any trade, immediately we deploy that trade, those settings will apply. They will apply just the way we imputed them. Okay, and you have that setting. If you can see my screen very well, you'll see it's around this. Yes, okay, good. Yes, look at it. So when you click on this, then the master will open up to you. The master will open up to you. Right. So currently, I'm using the 3x leverage. All right. Yeah. For safety. And I think 3x leverage is very cool. It's a very cool leverage, that can, guarantee you safety with a good strategy. All right. Yeah. So you have the buy, you have the sell, you have the both. Now, if this blue button is on the buy, if you put it on the buy alone, it means that every setting you are going to input here is going to be only for the buy or long position. If you have it only on the sell, it means that what you are putting into this master is going to be only for the sell or short position. But when you have it on both, it's going to apply whether you are shorting or you are longing. All right. So today we are going to deploy the big hills meta strategy, which I call the floating loss killer. So what do we do first? My cost. My cost is your FOA, your first order buying amount. That is what is called my cost, FOA. Your first order buying amount. That is the amount at which you enter the market with. Okay? And it's always very advisable to use, smaller FOAs. All right? Don't use too large FOA unless you have the huge funds, okay? Because in the case of very extreme market conditions that you have to deal with your liquidation price settings, if you don't have huge funds, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, so I normally recommend you can have $5 FOA or a $7 FOA. All right, so we're going to input here $5 as the FOA. Okay, our leverage is 3x, so the total cost will be 15. Yeah, because when you are trading futures and you're using leverage, you are actually trading with borrowed funds. Okay, yeah. So we're going to also go down number of cycles. If you want your trade to cycle, you can impute the number of cycles here. Okay, but if you want it as a one-shot strategy, you don't need to, impute any number here. So you just leave it at 0. All right. Then we have our trade start callback settings. I've explained that before. The trade start callback settings. If you have your trade start callback settings as 0.1, for instance, which is going to give you 0.3, which is going to give you 0.3% ROE, you are saying to the bot that whenever I launch into a trade, you have to wait 0.3. If you are longing, if you are in the buy position, you are telling the bot that you have to wait 0.30% ROE dip. That means the pair has to dip 0.30% deeper than when you should have entered. So giving you, a better entry point. Now let us look at what the big hills okay, I think let us look at what the big hills strategy is talking about. Yeah, I have it all laid down here. Very, 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 very interesting strategy. Okay, so we'll set our trade start callback at 0.1 is okay. Then trade reject callback. What does the trade reject callback do? I don't particularly like the future, but it's good. Okay, if you set your trade reject callback, if you're in the market, for instance, and you set a particular percentage on this, if the market, maybe you are in positive, if there's an uptrend, let me put a figure here. So if I have something like, let's say 0.1, okay, this is just for explanatory purposes. If you have 0.1 here, so you are telling the bot that whenever there's an uptrend, maybe your take profit is at 1%, okay? Your take profit is at 1%, and suddenly there's a retrace. The pair begins to retrace. If it gets to 0.3%, instead of going back into the into red, into negative, cut the trade and take whatever available profit you have there. But I don't normally like the future, so we'll leave it at 0. Okay, we'll leave it at 0. Okay, hedge reversal. The hedge reverse trigger direction is used for automatically opening, the reverse direction. Take for instance, if you set this, let us say we set this at let's say we set this at 1%, for instance. Okay, if we set at 1%, for instance, okay, we are telling the bot that, take for instance, we are in the long position, okay, and suddenly the market goes against us and starts retracing. We are telling the bot that at 3% ROE, which is this, at 3% ROE, open the short position. That's what this does, but we're not using that today. Yeah, so we're gonna set it at 0. Okay, then the hedge reverse trigger FOA, which is this. You are telling the bot, if any percentage you set there, the number of times you set there, you are telling the bot, okay, if, let us take for instance now, we set it at 1 time. If you set it at 1 time, you are telling the bot that when you open the reverse direction, use the FOA of the other direction. If it's 1 time and we have an FOA of $5, you are telling the bot that whenever it opens the reverse direction, it should still use an FOA of $5. Okay, but if you set it here at, let's say, 2 times, you are telling the bot to double the FOA of the other direction. All right, but we're not using that today. All right, I'm just explaining so that you have a visual representation of what this means. BTC callback time. This also can be used as a form of trade start callback, in the sense that you are not using BTC parameters to determine when to enter a trade. All right, but I don't do the big ifs method. Does not have any relationship with these settings. Okay, stop loss. Yes, stop loss, like I always say, is based on preference. Okay, if you like it, you go for it. For me, I don't use stop loss. All right, yeah. So the trailing stop loss, you have the auto trailing stop loss, you have the custom, trailing stop loss. The auto trailing stop loss, whatever percentage you set, we'll see down there. The bot will automatically implement it based on your settings. But the manual trailing stop loss, you can actually manually shift your stop loss values with respect to however you want it. So we normally leave it at auto. So what does it do? For instance, if your take profit is at 1%, all right, and there's an uptrend and you're having like 0.9% uptrend, okay, and you're about to take profit and suddenly the pair starts retracing back. It happens a lot of times. It can go back and even go into the negative. Now that profit that it has made before your take profit will be lost, because your bot will only take profit when the take profit trigger of 1% goes off, if your TP is at 1%. But anything outside that, it will not take profit. So the trading stop loss, whatever percentage you set it, enables the bot to gather up those profits before your take profit, and keeps it for you and adds it to your total profit at the end of the trade. So trading stop loss, we are going to set our trading stop loss at let's see, because I'm going to be using a 1%, I'm going to be using a 1% TP. Then the big hills meta strategy has 50 margin calls. So your margin call limit determines, the percentage margin call drop of your trade. Okay, and it's also very good to make it very realistic, because some people set all manner of percentages on the margin call drop which are not realistic, and some of which don't even apply on the exchange, so they are just a waste of space. Okay, so the big hills meta strategy actually has a very significant percentage margin call drops that helps to fight large negative ROEs and brings down your ROE values to the barest minimum. Okay, because most times the exchanges will liquidate you even before you get your liquidation price, simply because you have large negative ROEs. Okay, so this big hills meta strategy helps to curb that. So it's a 50 margin call strategy. All right, so whatever you set here as your margin call limit will determine the number of margin calls you set. If you have 50, it will be 50. If you have 40, it will be 40. If you have 30, it will be 30. If you have 10, it's going to be 10. All right, so we go into the margin call configuration. So we are going to be implementing the big hills meta strategy. Do we already have it here already? I think. Okay, so we're going to have 0. It's a 50 margin call. You can see it, 50 margin call. So let's start with the configuration of this wonderful strategy. All right, yeah, let's start with the configuration. Yeah, so 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. We're going to have this 0.01% drop up to the 30th margin call. Up to the 30th margin call. Up to the 30th margin call, 0.01. Okay. So whenever you are, let me also note something. Whenever you are setting your margin call drops, you must also take cognizance of the ROE value underneath, because this is what the bot actually implements. All right, and these values differ from leverage to leverage. 0.01% on 10x will be different from 0.01% on 5x, will be different from 0.01% on 3x or 2x or 1x. So whenever there's a strategy formulation and the strategist is telling you that in this particular strategy 0.03% ROE drop, you have to negotiate with this up percentage to give you the corresponding ROE. All right, so we're going to have a 0.01% drop up to the 30th margin call. Why are we doing this? Because we want to attack. We want to start our attack and defense early enough. All right, some strategies wait for a time where the negative ROE has become so large. So at that point in time, when they start the attack and defense, it's already very late. Okay, and it has sometimes little or no significant effect. So we are starting this attack and defense very early enough, and that is one of the things that has been able to sustain my copy traders who are on BNB. And BNB fell from $305 to $260, and their negative ROE values are less than 40%. It's a wonderful strategy. So we're going to have 0.01%. The number of times is also has a relationship with your FOA. So if your FOA is $5, all right, if your FOA is $5, so if in this number of times you are having one time, it means you are telling the bot to buy $5. If your FOA is $10 and you have one time, you are telling to buy $10. So it's very important that you note this also. So we're going to have a 0.01% drop up to the 30th margin call, one time each. So this first set of margin call drop of 0.01% is to attack any form of, floating losses from the beginning, to reduce it to a very, very, minimal level. Yeah. So here we go. It's very interesting, but it's stressful at first. But once you've gotten it right, then you are good to go. So once you have gotten the settings right and to the 30th margin call, once you've gotten it right, so it saves permanently until you change it and you use it for any other trade that you want to. So now from the 31st call, we have another set of margin call drop. So let me look at it. Let's follow it religiously. Okay, so from the 31st margin call, we are having 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. All right, 0.5, 0.5. All right, so we're going to have here 1. We're going to have here 1. And what is the... Okay, they are all one time. 1. We're going to have we're going to have 1.5. We're going to have 2. We're going to have 2.5. So this other set of margin call drops is used to stabilize, to stabilize the trade, and also act as a form of defense, but with a realistic approach. Yeah, because some people actually set very large percentage values that are not realistic, which might also lead to even more harm than good. Okay, 4.5. Okay, you can see the 30 margin calls with the 0.01 percentage drop. If you calculate the total percentage drop from the first call to the 30th call, you might not even get up to 10%. Yeah, you have 5. You have 5.5. You have 5.6. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm following it religiously. You have 5.7. You have 5.8. You have 5.9. You have 6. You have... Oh my God. All right, let's start again. Let me just jump into okay, let me go into the margin call drops first and save it. Okay, let me go. I will set other parameters later, so let me just set this first. Sometimes some of these things happen. Okay, so 0.01. Why is this thing happening? Why? Network here is okay. We have 50. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. Oh, don't. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. You have 1, you have 1.5, you have 2, you have 2.5, you have 3, you have 3.5, you have 4, you have 4.5, you have 5, you have 5.5, you have 6, you have 6.5, you have 7, you have 7.5, you have 8, you have 8.5, you have 9, you have 9.5, you have 10, you have 10.5. Confirm, and let's save it here. Okay, good. I think this time we got it. Okay, so we go back again because we have not finished with our settings. We go back again to the master. So let's go back again, on the $5 FOA, number of cycles nil, trade start copper 0.1. Yeah, no stop loss, auto trading stop loss. We're going to have it at 0. Yeah, because we're going to have same direction margin calls, no same direction margin calls, but you can decide to impute it. Okay, yeah, it will give you better profit. But with this strategy also, even without the same direction margin calls, you still have very good profit margin. Okay, our whole position take profit because we're setting it at 1% ROE. Let's set it at 1% ROE. So you always take cognizance. Of this. So whatever percentage you are setting at the top, always take cognizance of this, because the percentage ROE, because that is what the bot actually implements. Okay, yeah. So I'll take profit at 1.049%. Then whole position take profit callback. Okay, the whole position take profit callback is used, to give the bot the opportunity to earn more. Okay, we have a take profit of 1%. Okay, 1.049%. So with this whole position take profit callback of 0.1, when it gets to the 1.04%, the bot's supposed to take profit. But with the trace, with the whole position take profit callback, it will give the bot a chance to make more profit if there's an uptrend. That is, if it doesn't retrace by 0.1. all right, but if it retraces by 0.1, you might take profit less than 1.049%. all right, so we'll leave this at that. Okay, then buy and come back 0. Then let's look at the liquidation settings. for this strategy, let's look at the liquidation settings. Liquidation, save liquidation times 100 times. Set it here. Save liquidation. We're gonna put 5 here. So the liquidation add margin here. You're in case of extreme market conditions where your liquidation price starts going up, the liquidation add margin, you are saying to the board that when the liquidation margin goes off, at every margin add $5. So this is actually $5. If you set 10 here, it's $10. So that's what that means. Yep. Then you have prevent liquidation at 23%, at 69% ROE. I've done the calculation, okay, to make it realistic. Yeah, 69% ROE. I've done what informs these percentages. What informs these percentages, especially this liquidation, this percentage, especially the add margin to prevent liquidation. What informs it? You have to calculate your percentage, your total percentage margin call drop. That will inform you on the right amount to put here. Yeah, so I've done that calculation before. So the save liquidation times 100 times, then liquidation notify percentage, we are having it at 20%. Okay, so let me explain what this means. Okay, 20%, that's 60%. So should in case the market goes down, very down, and our market price is going closer to our liquidation price, so we are saying to the board that our liquidation price will go off. Our liquidation price will go off at 69% ROE. Okay, should in case that happens. And okay, then for this to go off at 69% ROE, a trigger should notify it that, oh, remember that you are going to go off at 69% ROE. That trigger is the liquidation notify percentage. So it's actually lower than the add. So this at 60% will notify the board that 69% ROE, you should go off. So that is what these settings mean. So we'll just go and save. But before we save, it's always very good that you reconfirm. You must reconfirm to make sure that you have not made any mistakes. Because as human beings, we are prone to making mistakes. So you must reconfirm. Very important. My cost is 5, 3x leverage. Okay. Everything here seems very good. Yes. Everything here seems very good. Everything here seems very good. Yes. So let's save first. Then we'll go back again and reconfirm the margin call configuration. All right. We'll reconfirm the margin call configuration. Let's see the margin call configuration. You have to see if the percentage drops are accurate. So we'll go into a live trade, and I'm going to even look for a pair that does not have maybe a very good entry point. I just want to show us something. Yeah. Okay, 0.01, 0.01, one time, 0.01. So if you are using this strategy, for instance, and your FO is $5, so in the case of a 50 margin call being bought, then you should budget $250. Okay, then you can also use lower FOAs. I think on the 3x you can use FOAs as low as even $2. So if you are using $2 FOA, in the case of the 50 margin calls being bought, then that is $100. So once we save this, we'll see that anytime we come here, anytime we come to the master settings, the same settings apply. So this saves you from having to perform manual settings before every trade. So you see the settings still apply. Yeah, they still apply. Everything we set here is still there. Okay, so let's go into a trade. Let's go into our first trade. So let's look for and also I want to advise each and every one of you watching this video that this strategy works well on non-volatile pairs. Don't go into volatile pairs with this strategy, please. You don't need the red guys. You don't need them. They'll put you into trouble. Okay, trade tokens with less volatility. All right, yeah, don't go for the red guys, because the strategy is aggressive. So if you go into a very volatile pair with it, it might not deliver the way you would want it to. All right, so don't go into very well. So let's look for one of these guys here. Okay, let's do etc. Let's do etc. Okay, so in subsequent videos, I'm going to be telling you how I go into trades, the various indicators that I use to go into trades and all that. Okay, that's not going to be for this video. This video, I'm just trying to show you how to set up your first trade. All right, so etc. Okay, let's go into etc. So you can also confirm. You can see the various parameters that have been set here. You can see them here displayed here. They are displayed here. So you confirm. All right. So, and also too, this strategy is formulated for the long or the buy position. Okay, you can also use it for the short if you like, but for me, I highly prescribe it for the long and buy. So let's go buy long. So we are going to wait for it, because remember, we have a trade start callback. So definitely that trade is not going to go in just immediately, but we should see it in the okay, yeah. Now that's the trade that's taking position. So from here, you would see your unrealized PNL, which is your profit or loss. Right now, we're already in profit of 0.01%. Yeah, because I think we entered very well. We entered the trade very well. So it's actually making use of only the FOA currently. Yeah, you can see here. It's making use of only the FOA currently. You can see $5 here. Okay, it's dipping now. So we should expect it to buy more margin calls. So we can see here, we can see our entry price here. Okay, 36.13700. We can see the market price here. We can see our liquidation price here, which is very far, $24. Liquidation price very far. Yeah. Then we can see the ROE value. This value I talk about. Oh no. The ROE values, you can see. Okay, we're already in. Okay. Recently, the ETC pair has been showing some signs of volatility. Yeah. So you can see what's happening here. So what this strategy does is to fight this negative ROE. Yeah, and make sure you reduce it to the barest minimum. Yes. So we're gonna watch this trade for maybe like, yeah, this video is currently at 9 minutes. We're gonna watch this trade for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, just for just to show us. You can see from my group there, my copy trade group, they're already notifying me that the Cardano we entered has dropped profit. Very interesting group. Okay, so do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also do well to follow my referral link, and register. Okay, one of the beautiful things about Big Hills is that I care about my copy traders. I care about those that come into the system through me. I offer my services to them. So 24 hours, 7 days a week, whenever you call me, I'm always there to assist you. So that's the beautiful thing. There are many people who just want your referral bonus, and by the time you come in, they dump you, they've gotten what they want. But Big Hills is not like that. I'm always there. You can ask around, they will tell you. So do well to follow the referral link, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also, you know, follow the Telegram link. You know, through the Telegram you can contact me, and we'll proceed from there. So let's watch this trade for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, let's see what becomes of it. So our take profit is at 1.05%, and also the bot is also telling us at what price it's going to take profit. So once this trade gets to $36.258, it's going to take profit, you know, which is quite close. Yeah, and the trade is on one shot. Okay, but you can decide to circle it. It's based on your preference. Yeah, so you can see it has let me refresh. You can see it has added one margin call. You can see it here, 1/50. It has added one margin call, 1/50. So now the total is now $10, because our first order amount is $5 one time. So at every margin call one time, you buy $5. So that is why you are seeing this 10 here. So this is how you check your indicators. Then it's also showing you at what percentage is going to buy the next margin, at what percentage is going to buy the next margin, okay, and at what price is going to buy the next margin. So if there is a dip in this particular pair, if it dips from this market price of 35.9, okay, market price now is 35.89. If it dips from the entry price, the entry price is 36.1315500. If it dips further to 36.128, which is a 0.03% drop, then it's going to have the next margin call. So this video, I would like to make it 50 minutes. So we have about 7 minutes plus or 8 minutes thereabout. Let's just watch what becomes of this trade. Let's watch what becomes of this trade. So because of our entry points, the margin calls have not started deploying. Okay, so it had just bought 1/50. The 36.131. Okay, so by the time the margin calls start deploying, you will see that this negative ROE values will start going down. Yes, ETC has been showing some very crazy tendencies in the past few weeks. Yeah, it has been showing some signs of volatility. Yeah, so let's watch till the video is 50 minutes. Okay, then we'll call the trade. Then maybe subsequent videos, okay, I will tell you what actually happened to this trade. Yeah, so this is a demo account. This is a demo account, and I'm noticing something. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to confirm that. So you can see from because this is also a live account, so I was trying to ensure that, yeah, everything is okay. You can see that the price on the demo has decreased. Your capital has decreased. Yeah. So okay, the second margin call. Now look at what happens. Now look at what happens. Beautiful. The second margin call has deployed. Now look at the ROE has come down. Are you seeing it? So the more the margin call start deploying, it's going to beat down. In fact, by the time the 30 margin calls deploy, it's going to beat down these ROE values down to the barest minimum. Yes. So we still have about 5 minutes to go before we call it a wrap. Yeah. So while we're doing that, there's another thing we can discuss. So let's just stick with the trade. So you'll see the percentage change. The percentage change here, since it's on 3x, is what reflects with this. So the percentage change reflects on the percentage ROE value. And the percentage ROE value calculation is what gives you your P&L. Yes, so that's how it works. So everything is based on mathematical, calculations. Yeah. So we have about 4 minutes to go. Let's see if ETC will give us a profit, or if we have to wait for another day. Yeah. So you can see also, notice this also, very interesting about this strategy. Before I do that, let me refresh. If you watch, if you took notice, if you took notice, you will discover that by the time we came into the market, our entry price was $36. Now our entry price is now 35.9. Beautiful. Our liquidation price, which was 24, is now 23.80. So this strategy also gives you, a form of safety. Okay, so the more the margin calls deploy, it beats down your entry price, which is one of the features. It beats down your entry price, it beats down your liquidation price. So giving you a form of safety, and it also attacks the negative ROE values. You can see it keeps coming down. I want to see a scenario where about 20 or 15 of these margin calls get deployed, so that you can see what I'm telling you about, because it has been tested, it has been proven, it has been verified. All right. So, and this strategy is gives you a level of safety if you can stick to the rules. Avoid the red guys. Avoid the red guys. Okay. Trade normal pairs. Yeah. Don't go for trades like ONFI, CHZ, and all that. The strategy might work for you, but might not really give you so much guarantee. But it might work for you, but but just stick with the instructions of the one who made it. Okay. If you are driving a vehicle, for instance, and the automobile company tells you don't do this, yeah, it's better to stick with that, yeah, than to do your own thing. Yep. So we have a minute to go. So once it's 50 minutes, we're going to call it a wrap up. Okay. You can test the strategy on your demo account, okay, and see how it goes, and give me a feedback, on the comment section. All right. So I think we're going to call it a day today. So thank you very much, and do well to subscribe to the Big Hills Academy, okay, and also do well to use the referral link below, okay, to subscribe, and also follow the Telegram link to get in contact with me. Thank you very much, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. Bye.